Nestled amidst the glacial mountains of Nepal lie villages that seem to have been bypassed by the rush of time. Places where life is inherently simple, profoundly challenging, yet simultaneously infused with rare beauty. Here, families sustain themselves solely on what the land and their animals provide. Mornings commence before dawn, ushered in by the rhythmic sound of cowbells and the comforting aroma of the hearth fire, kindled to prepare the morning tea. In winter, the fierce cold bites at the face, and heavy snow isolates these communities for weeks on end. Yet it is within this very isolation that a quiet, resilient strength is forged. The strength of people who have mastered living with scarcity and deeply value what is essential. While the global world chases speed and comfort, time moves to a different, measured cadence in the high mountains of Nepal. It is a rhythm that instills patience, demanding labor, and profound unity. If you are keen to explore places where ancient traditions still prevail and life aligns with the unyielding beat of nature, I invite you to stay with me until the very end of this video. You will undoubtedly be astonished by the existence hidden within these towering peaks. To reside in the mountains of Nepal is to maintain direct, continuous contact with nature in its most pristine state. The settlements are perched thousands of meters high, encircled by formidable snow-capped peaks and deep, dramatic valleys. The air is thin, the cold is relentless, and every single step requires an undeniable effort. But for those born here, this challenging landscape is simply the fabric of daily life.
From childhood, they learn to navigate the difficult terrain and the caprice of the climate. Trekking for hours along narrow, winding trails to gather water, firewood, or food is an unavoidable part of their existence. There is no concept of haste. Time is not tracked by clocks, but by the arc of the sun, measured between dawn and dusk. Despite the inherent hardships, there is an unparalleled serenity in living at these heights. The profound silence of the mountains, the icy whisper of the wind, and the endless sweeping vistas make every new day feel like a precious gift. It is a life that breeds extraordinary resilience and deep humility. Within the walls of their stone and timber homes, warmth emanates from the central fire and the unwavering bond of family unity. Survival here is a daily victory, and every simple meal or sunrise is celebrated as an achievement that only those living so close to the sky can truly comprehend. In the secluded villages nestled within Nepal's mountains, daily life is structured around simple yet absolutely essential tasks. The day begins well before the sun crests the horizon. As the cold still cuts through the skin, the women start the fire and prepare the thick, salty butter tea, while the men tend to the livestock, ensuring the animals have withstood the freezing night. When the weather permits, children follow long, winding paths to the small village school. Many also assist their parents in the cultivation of barley and potatoes, or in the crucial chore of gathering firewood, a task that is fundamental to keeping the household warm. Life proceeds at its own pace, unhurried and quiet. There are no cars, and no internet signal interrupts the stillness. What does exist is a deep-seated cooperation among neighbors. Everyone helps in raising a new house, repairing a fence, or sharing food during times of scarcity. As afternoon descends, the village fills with voices, laughter, and the distinctive sound of goat bells as the herds return from pasture.
This life is undeniably tough, but it is rich with meaning. Every small gesture, every daily task, carries the weight of survival and the beauty of thriving in a community distant from the pressures of the modern world, yet intimately connected to the core essentials of existence. As you continue to learn about this mountain life, please remember to click the like button. Your support greatly assists this channel in continuing to showcase places as unique as this one. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so now to ensure you don't miss our upcoming stories. And tell me in the comments, could you live like this, so far removed from everything? Let's move on, as there is still much left to uncover. On the freezing slopes of Nepal, the lives of the pastoralists are a testament to grit and courage. They spend entire days guiding their goats, sheep, and yaks along precarious, narrow tracks, often blanketed in snow. Each herd represents a family's livelihood, providing milk, wool, meat, and even fuel made from dried dung used to heat their homes. From a young age, children accompany their parents into the mountains, learning to instinctively recognize the trails, interpret the weather, and understand animal behavior. This is knowledge passed down not through books, but through the hard, daily apprenticeship with nature. The shepherd must comprehend the wind, the timing, and the silence, for any lapse in attention can be severely costly. At night, the flocks are gathered into rough, stone-built corrals, and the chorus of the bells blends with the vast echo of the mountains. The relationship between the human and the animal transcends simple work. It is an alliance necessary for survival. The strength of these shepherds lies not just in their physical endurance, but in the patience and faith of those who live constantly at the mercy of the elements and the demanding terrain. They are the living heart of the villages, keeping a demanding tradition alive that boldly defies the cold, the isolation, and the passage of time.
In the mountain villages of Nepal, the homes reflect a simple yet incredibly sturdy way of life. Constructed with stone, timber, and earth, they are often raised with the community's own hands, with neighbors pitching in to help. There are no luxuries, only what is absolutely essential to endure the harsh cold, the wind, and the long winter nights. The low-slung roofs are designed to conserve heat, and the central fire is the indispensable heart of the household. It is around this fire that the family gathers to cook, share conversations, and find warmth. The walls, blackened by smoke over generations, bear witness to the histories of families who have faced the same struggles under the same roof. The true sense of comfort originates from close-knit living and unity. When the cold intensifies, everyone sleeps close together, sharing blankets and laughter. Every niche and space serves a practical purpose for storing firewood, grains, or tools. Nothing is wasted. These dwellings prove that true strength resides not in the structure's walls, but in the people who inhabit them. Surrounded by snow and silence, these mountain houses stand as a powerful symbol of resilience, a refuge constructed with sheer effort, wisdom, and the certain knowledge that simplicity, too, is a form of deep richness. In the mountains of Nepal, food is more than mere sustenance. It is warmth. It is life itself. When the cold intensifies and the snow locks down the trails, every meal becomes a moment of sanctuary. Families gather intimately around the fire, and the comforting aroma of rice, spices, and tea permeates the stone house.
The most common dish is dal bhat, rice served with lentil soup and cooked vegetables. A simple meal, yet packed with the energy required to withstand the severe cold. On the harshest days, a steaming soup of homemade noodles or yak meat helps to replenish spent strength. The thick, salty butter tea is an ever-present staple, a warming blend that nourishes both the body and the spirit. Nothing is ever wasted. The bounty provided by the earth is treasured, and anything lacking is inventively substituted. The women learn from a young age how to preserve foods and prepare meals using only what is available, even amidst periods of scarcity. Here, food transcends simple flavor. It is tradition and survival. Every steaming bowl represents the tremendous effort of those who plant, harvest, and cook in one of the planet's most challenging environments, where warmth is generated first and foremost by the shared unity around the fire. When winter makes its arrival in the mountains of Nepal, the entire landscape undergoes a dramatic transformation. Snow blankets the pathways, rivers freeze solid, and the villages become completely isolated for weeks. The cold is unforgiving, the wind whips at the face, and even the act of lighting a fire becomes a daily, hard-fought battle. During this period, all activity slows down significantly. Survival depends entirely on the stores accumulated during the autumn: stacked firewood, dried grains, and preserved milk. Families huddle together around the fire, focused on maintaining warmth and morale. The animals, sheltered in their stone corrals, receive extra attention and care, as they represent the absolute guarantee of food and survival. Many days pass without anyone daring to leave the village. The treacherous paths become hazardous, and a profound silence dominates the valley. Yet, even within this harshness, there is a stark beauty. The snow-covered mountains appear pristine and untouched, and the icy air brings a deep contemplative peace. It is a time for introspection, strengthened family bonds, and faith. Winter in the mountains of Nepal is more than just a season. It is an annual trial of endurance, and those who face it know this well. To survive here is not merely to withstand the cold, it is to learn the crucial lesson of living in harmony with it. The paths that link the villages in the mountains of Nepal are nothing less than essential lifelines. These narrow routes, sculpted by years of use and the passage of generations, are trodden by those who carry everything necessary for life on their backs. Shepherds, traders, students, and even monks navigate these routes, facing intimidating steep inclines, rickety suspension bridges, and sheer abysses. These routes are much more than simple journeys. They are the vital connections between communities that are separated by valleys and vast, snow-covered ridges. The trek to a neighboring village can frequently take hours or even days, and must be endured under intense sun or bone-chilling cold. Despite this, few complain. Walking is simply part of the routine, a custom that molds both the body and the mind. Along the way, there are encounters and exchanges, a shared cup of tea, a piece of news, a quick smile. The trails are also places of deep silence and contemplation, where nature dominates every sound and thought. These paths tell powerful stories of faith, unrelenting effort, and enduring hope. They are the arteries that keep human connections alive in the high altitudes, reminding everyone that even when surrounded by massive mountains, the people of Nepal never walk alone.
In the isolated villages of the mountains of Nepal, childhood is distinctly different from anywhere else. Children grow up among the snow, the animal herds, and the profound silence of the peaks. They play with whatever is at hand. Stones become their toys, branches transform into swords, and the open field serves as their magnificent playground. From a very young age, they learn the value of hard work, assisting their parents in fetching water, caring for the animals, and hauling firewood. School, when one exists, is often far away, and the walk there can take hours over ice-covered trails. Yet many make the journey, laughing and running along the slopes, their faces rosy from the cold and their eyes bright with curiosity. They grow up in direct, intimate contact with the earth, the wind, and the animals, learning to respect and align with nature's rhythm. Childhood at the edge of the world is simple, but deeply authentic.
It is forged from effort and boundless imagination, from laughter that echoes through the valleys, and from dreams born beneath the same sky that covers the highest mountains on earth. It is a tough childhood, but one overflowing with life, courage, and hope.
It is truly incredible to witness how, even amidst the intense cold and extreme isolation of the mountains of Nepal, life persists with such undeniable strength and beautiful simplicity. These villages powerfully demonstrate that places still exist where time follows a different tempo, where every sunrise is a hard-won achievement and every shared meal is a blessing. If this video has opened your eyes to the value of simple things and the beauty of living close to nature, please leave your like. Your support greatly helps the channel continue telling the powerful stories of these hidden villages, which have so much to teach us. Please subscribe now to ensure you don't miss our upcoming documentaries. And finally, tell me in the comments, what impressed you the most about life in the mountains of Nepal? Thank you sincerely for watching the video until the very end. Your presence, your feedback, and your support are what keep this entire project thriving.